Multnomah County commissioners and City of Portland commissioners sitting side by side.
Today is about our collaboration, engagement, and partnership as we convene for the first in-person joint session of our two governments since at least 2019.
They're all in the same room because of a third-party audit of the Joint Office of Homeless Services. The audit claims the office lacks clear vision, coordinated leadership, and transparent communication.
If we're going to continue to call this a joint office, we need it to actually be a joint office.
Commissioner Julia Brim-Edwards echoed the need for leadership and direction.
I think fundamentally we have to agree jointly on where we're going.
Health Management Associates of Oregon interviewed over 40 people within the joint office and homeless services providers.
We didn't just ask what was going wrong, but what would you like to see better, or what changes, what things have you been thinking about?
Aside from lack of leadership, one of the biggest complaints was communication. People who work in homeless services say they're not looped in on regional decisions.
We don't always even get an answer back because we don't know where the decision is, and the people that we're working with don't know where that decision lies either.
Another issue is transparency. The office needs to answer questions about funding and how many people are finding permanent housing.
A dashboard is great, and actually there's a good one that the joint office had, but it is not sufficient. And so we've got to figure out more.
While the auditor offered an action plan, suggestions for restructuring, and many commissioners agreed, City Commissioner Mingus Mapps did not.
I am not at all convinced that the joint office is an effective coordinating mechanism. Indeed, I would argue that recent history shows that it is not.
He questioned how the city was actually involved day to day, aside from spending millions of dollars each year. This is just another example of the confusion, the question of how the city and county plan to work together.
I think we should be public. I think we should be in the eyes of our public so they can see that we're trying to work together. And I will finish where I started. The public expects us to work together.
Ashley Grams joins me now. So Ashley, you were there and you could see at the end there a little spicy in that conversation. And historically, we have seen some contention between the city and the county.
Right. I think it took a lot to get all of these people in the same room. I think that was a comment that nearly every commissioner made was, hey, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be having these conversations, but it took them years to have this. So it's going to be interesting to see if anything tangible comes out of this here in the next couple of weeks that we can actually see.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting too to see how things move along or change as we see some positions change with the mayor outgoing. Now, also, this kind of feels like deja vu. Some people at home might be like, wait, didn't we just talk about an audit? And we did, but that's a different audit.
Right. So Blair covered this earlier in the week. Multnomah County did their own audit of the joint office, and it found a lot of the same things as this third-party audit. So it's really hammering home all of these points within the office, these pain points, these things that really need to see some change.
All right, and we'll be keeping tabs on it. Thanks so much, Ashley.